But big in entertainment value, the Philippines Marlon Tapales takes on Japan's Ryosuke Iwasa.
12 rounds of boxing for the interim IBF Junior Featherweight World Championship. Introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with green and blue trim. He is currently ranked the #1 contender. Please welcome the former IBF Junior Featherweight Champion of the World, introducing Ryosuke Iwasa. Hailing from Kapatagan, Lanao del Norte in the Philippines. His record stands at 33 wins, 2 losses, with 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Currently ranked the IBF #3 contender. Please welcome the former WBO Bantamweight Champion of the World, introducing Marlon Nightmare Tapales.
Protect yourselves at all times. When I call for the break, give me the clean break. Touch them up. Let's go.
And here we go. Ryosuke Iwasa in the white with green and blue. Marlon Tapales in the black, who's already conquered 3 weight classes.
You know, Tapales wants to get on the inside.
Yeah, Tapales is actually, I noticed him trying to set the same trap over and over again. He's trying to touch with the jab to the chest, to the stomach, and then trying to see if he keeps trying and if he's able to have success. It's not a bad thing to try against a taller guy.
Yeah, the squat, hard-hitting Filipino, long, multi-dimensional Iwasa. He has a 6.5-inch reach over Tapales and looking to take advantage of that throughout this fight. His corner, a former super flyweight champion who retired in 2002, while for Tapales, he is trained by Rodel Mayole, former light flyweight champion who retired in 2012. You don't see that every fight out.
Very, very seldom. When we talk to them, that they really enjoy working with these men and think they're very talented.
And here we have Iwasa attacking the shorter Tapales with a combination as Tapales leaned in, and
Tapales on the end of that jab and the end of those 1-2 crosses, he'll be having a comfortable night.
And meanwhile, Tapales out bouncing in, putting together the combinations and just really trying to set his own rhythm as Tapales came back with a sharp counter right, but it is, there's a nice left hand from Tapales. And Iwasa at the belt line with that lead right. And again, Tapales, Al, finding a home for that chopping overhand left.
You know, most people would have thought Tapales' right hook and that right uppercut I talked about would be the most effective weapon. So far, it's been the left hand.
And Iwasa again sticking out that jab, lead right uppercut, misses, and there a windmill left hand by Tapales. So we're seeing an uptick in the offense.
Catch your eye a little bit on this main event.
Absolutely. He's got a world title belt, and that's what I want. Canelo, GGG, all the big names in the middleweight division, I'm coming.
Mr. Charlo as well. Good luck, Chris. All right.
Absolutely.
Back out to you, Morrow.
All right, Jim, speaking of the world, together as sturdy a game plan thus far as one could ask, as he's unloading with a couple of power shots there.
Both men landing good shots. We asked Tapales, a lot of lefties to spar with. He said, you know what, since Manny Pacquiao...
Well, at that middle range, middle distance right there, and that's I think that's an advantage for Tapales.
And he just landed a nice right.
Yeah, not that Iwasa can't have success here. He lands the occasional good shot, as you saw right there. But Tapales, this is the range he wants to be at.
Oh, and there Tapales did take a knee.
5, 6,
So it was a headbutt.
7, 8. Come to me.
Interesting to see between rounds. If it was a left hand, I thought it was a left hand, but maybe from the other angle, you know, maybe it was a headbutt.
Iwasa
Definitely want to see the replay now.
putting together combinations, and now, of course, there will be a sense of urgency from Tapales to try to get back into this round, and he does so, landing the naked left hand.
Tapales has had such success with that left hand. There's the hook, which is his normal calling card.
So you're saying he's a natural righty, Al?
Yeah,
and the Filipino style, just fighting lefty even if he's a righty.
Exactly. Maybe they switch them.
A lot of big shots being thrown by both guys here.
Yes.
And at this range, you know, you might even see some more knockdowns.
For what was called a knockdown. And there is going to be a left hand, but
the clash.
No, it was the clash of heads that really caused it. Of course, there goes the knee, which denotes him being down. That was not a perfect angle for the referee, but there's no question it was
Shada Murdaugh.
So that's a 10-8 round for Iwasa, regardless of whether it was a legitimate knockdown or not.
Yep.
Is that where replay would be a nice
Yeah, it's a good position. Yeah.
You know, it's funny. 6 years ago tonight, I fought Zab Judah, and in this
building,
and I had the same thing happen to me. I tripped over Zab's foot.
Throwing the straight left too much behind it. There it was, though. The minute I said it, he threw a jab, and then he had a straight left hand. And he's got a really good left hand to Iwasa.
Iwasa lands a combination.
Yeah, when Iwasa can keep it consistent at this distance, there it is again, the nice one too. He's actually in control pretty well. Then he goes into his low. Tapales flies in with these big shots and lands some of them.
Again, Tapales trying to create some angles. Oh, goes downstairs with the left hand. But Iwasa stood very stoically in front of him, Al, trying to just keep it fundamental with the 1-2s and especially using the jab.
Yeah, that's what he wants. Where's on
right hook to the body by Tapales on the exit. And Paulie, talk about what you've seen through 4 rounds and what has opened your eyes when it comes to both Iwasa and Tapales thus far.
Well, Tapales seems to be looking for the big shot consistently, you know, and obviously his history in the ring shows that it's brought him success. As you said earlier, you never count him out of a fight.
Expect Al in terms of his strategy trying to get to the inside. Work that body. Nice lead right uppercut by Tapales and a left hand.
Yeah, he's been able to fight, as Paulie said before, at mid-range as well and do well. So, nice left hand. These two fighters, each one is getting some things done, but Tapales starting to land power.
Yeah, Tapales getting creative with his angles, just firing power shots from between Iwasa and Tapales. Tapales again bobbing and weaving and launching that left hand.
This has been by far Tapales' best round in this fight, and I think it's a round so far anyways, winning convincingly. Well, almost done.
10 seconds, stop at the bell.
Using that jab, he's not landing it as much, but he's using it a lot.
Who's in the corner for?
And in the corner we have Shoji Celis Kobayashi, who was a former super flyweight champion. Oh, there's Tapales landing the solid left hand over the top, but then here in the clinch, Iwasa beginning to big brother him a bit. 1-2 combination lands for Iwasa, then goes downstairs with a right hook, lead left uppercut. So Iwasa putting together his combinations, but Tapales again firing back. And when it comes to Tapales,
I don't even think he knows why he's throwing the jab sometimes. He's looking for these big, otherwise he's looking to throw, waiting for the next hook and big left hand to throw.
Tapales launches that left hand. All right, we are at the midpoint of this 122-pound attraction, and Tapales rolled that right hook well. How do you have it at the halfway point?
Mo, I have Iwasa ahead 58-55, yet I think this is just about an even fight. So how could it be even while we go back to that 3rd round where Iwasa gets a 10-8 round for the knockdown? That was really a butt. Judges didn't see it the way we did with the benefit of replay. So 58-55 Iwasa at this point.
Time's out.
Yeah, it is. He's getting it. Wow. Nice straight.
Speaking of untelegraphed left hand.
Getting untelegraphed.
Yeah.
Well, I think he could use the jab to help set it up. That would be the best thing.
And he goes to the body with the left, Paulie.
I agree with Al. You know, as you start to see fatigue coming in, less head movement, and these straight shots start to land more effectively.
You're right, Iwasa beginning to land at a higher clip. Another short right hook on the exit by Tapales in his last 2 fights.
Oh, good.
Here on American soil, Tapales again. So Iwasa and Tapales looking to make it here in New York City as we go to round number 8. Tapales, he started boxing at 12. No formal amateur experience, but he used to fight in the streets in these organized fights for what was a relative pittance, but he did that 50, 60 times. And
now, Tapales getting a little wild now. He's throwing some wild left hooks.
Oh, whoa, sweeping right hook there by Tapales.
Iwasa comes back with that right hook to the body very smoothly after that. A lot of those 1-2s. Sometimes he throws that sharp 1-2, and sometimes he'll throw that 1-2 and really lead in.
Contested in 122, and Iwasa backing up Tapales.
Yeah, look at me, the bully. He mushed him in the face with his glove right before that, and then he walked up to him, hit him with a combination.
Another left hook to the body by Iwasa.
Trying to win the psychological battle here by walking his man down and being the bully. Long term, you know, short term, yes, the explosiveness of Tapales.
Oh, nice sweeping right hook by Tapales, who again has no quit in his vocabulary, but he is getting lit up like a Christmas tree by Iwasa. A minute left in the 8th. 26 victories have come via form of knockout. Tapales, 16 of his 33 victories have come inside the distance.
Just exciting.
What a special fighter, not just for the power, but what a great technical boxer as well.
But right now, Iwasa's controlling things.
Sweeping left hook by Iwasa. Tapales digging to the body. Tapales dropped out of high school at 15, turned pro in 2008.
It's worth mentioning he's only had one trainer since he started boxing, which is the ex-world champion, Kobayashi. Going back to the name, the trainer of Iwasa is what was the full name, Moro?
Iwasa was Shoji, and he got countered there with a chopping right.
And Tapales' fundamentals were not even going into this fight. You knew Iwasa had the better fundamentals.
Yeah, that was a good-looking right uppercut by Tapales. Well, Iwasa has no stoppages past the 7th thus far in his career.
And is looking a little shaky.
Oh, and there's another lead right hand by Tapales, bouncing off Iwasa. Our unofficial scorer, Steve Farhood, has Iwasa well ahead.
You know, we said he's a good power puncher. He's already landed some big power punches and not really affected Iwasa that
exactly. There's a double, triple right hand by Tapales, and again, you know he's throwing it with power, Al, but it's not enough.
And in that instance, he did throw it in combination. It's been a better round for him to some extent.
What has impressed you the most about Iwasa, Paulie?
Just his consistency and his fundamental boxing. You know, he's stayed on the course. You know, despite some rough moments.
Again, Iwasa splitting the guard with the jab, and again, Tapales just loading up naked power shots, trying somehow to dent the armor of Iwasa.
10 seconds, stop at the bell.
As we head to the penultimate round here at Barclays Center in Brooklyn, the first of 3 fights coming your way on Showtime Championship Boxing. Marlon Tapales of the Philippines and Japan's Ryosuke Iwasa. And Iwasa peppering with the left, but now Tapales trying to close the distance.
But that's the only time he's actually been floored. So.
Yeah, and Tapales has had 2 knockout victories. And round 11, and on cue, Iwasa drops Tapales in round 11.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Counter over the top.
Come to me.
And he looked right back at his corner as he was.
Well, we talked about lighting the pilot light in round 1, and here in round 11, Iwasa snuffs out Tapales' pilot light with an 11th round stoppage.
Oh, here's the counter left hand right off the top. There it is, right over the top of the jab. And yet what it was is, from a psychological perspective, he backs up Tapales to the ropes. Now Tapales feels like I'm backed up, I need to do something. So he sort of shows that lazy jab, and Iwasa was waiting for it.
Yeah, here's what you're talking about. The lazy jab, the straight left hand over the top. And, you know, Iwasa had used that punch a lot during the fight, and a great knockout. And, again, he comes over the top. And while we talked a lot about Tapales' power during this fight,
he is the winner by way of technical knockout. He is now the interim IBF Junior Featherweight World Champion, Ryosuke Iwasa.
Well, we talked about Iwasa trying to reverse his fortunes against fellow left-handers. All 3 of his losses coming into tonight's fight came against southpaws. Well, that streak is over, and Iwasa again